Africa. Yeah. Dino Africana. Listen, my people. This is the life in the village. The life in the African village. Do you know what it means to wake up before the sun wakes up? Not because you're chasing dreams, but because hunger has already kicked sleep out of the eyes. Let me tell you something. I came from a place where the rooster cries louder than opportunities. A place where children learn suffering because that's the lifestyle. A place where children learn suffering before they learn writing. A place where the dust of the road knows my feet better than how shoes do. My village, Africa. My village is beautiful from far away, but beauty does not fill an empty stomach. Beauty. Do you know beauty? Beauty does not fill an empty stomach. Beauty does not bring water. Beauty does not stop tears. Every morning, my mommy walks miles far looking for water. Not clean water, not safe water, just water. And when she returns, her feet are swollen, her back is bent, her eyes are tired, but she still smiles. That smile hurts me the most because I know the smile is hiding pain. Sometimes we slept without food, not because we're fasting, because the pot stayed empty the whole day, and still the next morning comes demanding strength from weak people. Tell me, how do you dream on an empty stomach? How? I grew up watching children wear torn clothes, like uniforms of poverty, one shirt for years, one pair of slippers shared between brothers, sometimes barefoot, walking on hot ground that burns like fire. But we kept walking because in the village, stopping means dying slowly. Mama say, hold on. Even when the road is long, even when the nights are cold, child, be strong and strong. Empty plates upon the floor, still we knock on heaven's door. Oh Lord, hear the cry of Africa. Yeah. And school was another war. We walked through mud during rainy season, crossed rivers, passed dangerous roads, sat in classrooms with broken walls and broken hopes. And still they told us, education is the key to life. Let me ask you, how do you hold the key when hunger is shaking your hands? I've seen boys leave school to carry bricks. Young toddler girls leave dreams to become early mothers. I've seen old men working until their bones cried louder than their mouths. And nobody hears them. Nobody listens. Nobody. Sometimes, all nights, at night, the villages become so quiet, too quiet, and in the silence, you can hear suffering breathing. You hear babies crying from hunger. You hear coughs from sickness. You hear mothers praying quietly, asking God for miracles that are not sure if they will come. And then people from rich places ask us, why don't you just work harder? Harder than carrying water for miles? Harder than farming dry land that refuses to yield crops? Harder than sleeping hungry and still waking up to fight another day? You think poverty is laziness? No! Poverty is waking up ready to fight. With nothing in your hands, sometimes I stand up by the roadside watching cars pass by. Big cars, beautiful cars, fun cars. And then the dust they leave behind falls on my face like a reminder. You were born on the wrong side of life. Traffic. Do you know traffics? Even in the villages, traffics exists. Not traffics of cars, but traffics of suffering, traffics of problems, one pain after the other. No space to breathe, no space to rest, school fees, hunger, sickness, jobs, no electricity, no hopes, everything standing in line, waiting to destroy you. And still, we survived. We survive because African village people are strong, too strong. Strong in painful way. We laugh while breaking inside. We dance with wounded hearts. We smile with empty stomachs. One day, the sun will shine on our way. No more crying in the darkness. No more sleeping with a broken heart. We were born inside the struggle, raising the pain. We I remember one night, rain entered our house, the roof was leaking. We used buckets to catch waters, and my little brothers asked me, will we ever live in a better house? I did not answer him, because sometimes silence is the only honest answer poor people can give. People think suffering makes you weak. No. Sometimes suffering makes you dangerous, because when a human being has nothing left, they become fearless. Fearless. That is why I keep fighting. I pass through pain. I pass through rejections. I pass through humiliations. I pass through people who laughed at my accents, my clothes, my background, my village, but they don't know. They don't know. The village built a warrior inside me. Still, sometimes I get tired. Sometimes I ask God with tears in my eyes, why are some children born into comfort, while others are born into survivals? Why do some people waste food while others search trash just to live on one more day? Why? But even inside pain, I still dream. I dream of water reaching every home. I dream of children studying with full stomachs. I dream of mothers resting I dream of fathers smiling without stress hiding behind their eyes. I dream of village becoming place of life, not place people run away from. And maybe one day a child from my village will stand before the world and say, I made it. Not because life was easy, but because pain did not kill the dream. That child might be me. So when you see us, do not pity us only. Respect us because surviving where hope is scarce is a kind of greatness. The dust of my village still lives on my feet. The cries of my people lives like in my ears. The hunger still lives in my memories. And even if one day become successful, I will never forget where I came from. Because the village raised me with pain, but I also raised with strength. One day, the same voice that cried in suffering will speak in victory. But until then, we keep walking barefoot, hungry and tired. But walking, still walking, remember, the same voice that cried in suffering will speak in victory.